It's time to get excited, guys, because Sonic Ultima is getting yet again another update. And this comes in the form of two separate updates from the Sonic Japanese Twitter account. So first they made a post saying that it was already out for the PS4, and it wasn't. It just wasn't there. I checked constantly, didn't happen. Then they had to make a post almost a day later saying that it was actually out at a different time, and it's still not out, at least for me. So apparently it's only out in Japan, which is really bizarre because Sonic Ultima was developed in the West by Blind Squirrel Games, so why would Japan get it first? I have absolutely no idea. So apparently that's true. So by the time this video is out, it's probably still not released, I guess, except knowing me. The second I make my video, it's going to be released. But they specified that it's specifically for the PlayStation 4 version of the game, and the Switch version will be available soon as well. Similar patches. Basically, they detail, and the fact that they've actually detailed this, apparently they've done this for every patch, but the actual notes are garbage. They're really bad. They basically just say improved stability and minor bug fixes. And it also says other bug fixes and similar update patches for the Nintendo Switch version will be available soon. And then they've got this quote-unquote apology message saying, "We sincerely apologize for any inconvenience and what? Okay, it says inconvenience twice, so that's probably just the Japanese translation. But basically, they're apologizing, quote-unquote. And they've done this every time. I don't know why no one else has brought this to attention, but they've always had this little list regarding bugs and such, like the last patch where the Switch version got this random 1.0.5 update that fixed nothing. They actually updated us on that on the Japanese website and Twitter account. But it was such a small patch that it wasn't even worth bringing up at all, was it? Because for the Switch version, it basically says, this is a patch that fixes minor defects. What does that even mean? What does that even mean, minor defects? I checked the whole thing. Nothing was fixed. Nothing. I heard some people saying load times were fixed. Somewhat. That's not even true at all. I heard people saying that sound mixing was fixed. That's not true at all. Literally nothing was fixed. The only thing that may have possibly been fixed, and I don't even know if this is true, is the color powers thing. Like on the top right, you'll get like a notification saying like color power, and you get like 3,000 points. In the patches before it, it would basically just show like checkpoint bonuses when you're meant to be getting color bonuses when using the wisps. This time around, apparently it was fixed. I checked and it seemed to be fixed, but I don't know if it was always like that on the Switch or not, so I don't actually know if that was even a fix or a problem that was never a thing on the Switch version of the game. Because when I go out of my way to check out these glitches, I don't check literally every single glitch I've ever encountered in all my glitch videos. I would be there all day forever. I basically just go over the really big ones, like Planet Wisp being just completely broken, or Starlight Carnival 3's intro, or the music, or the final boss having those squares in the hood, that type of stuff that's more glaringly obvious. And I couldn't find anything, and I'm not seeing any other videos showing actual fixes, so I can only assume nothing was fixed, so really bad. But I'll definitely be up to date and making a video on this new patch and see if to fix anything with that. But I'm telling you now, guys, it's gonna fix nothing. Nothing. And if I say this like 10 times, hopefully I will be wrong. And I will be eating my words and they will actually fix things, but it's not gonna happen. I tried to reach out to SEGA to try and get some information on if I'm gonna get like proper patch notes on specific things that are gonna be fixed. Never got a response back, sadly, so I don't think we're gonna be getting that information at all. I think we're just gonna be getting these general bug fixes messages forever. So yeah, I guess you can thank SEGA for the lack of transparency as always. I hate it so much. There's literally no point in even, making these patch notes tweets and messages on the website if they're still gonna just tell us it's general bug fixes. Like, people are only gonna care if it's major stuff, And the surprising amount of people still do care. Like, I get shocked by my videos getting watched by a lot of people for the game now because it's like so old, but people are still waiting for it to be fixed. So I feel like Sega's disappointing a lot of people by releasing these non-tent patches that don't do anything. And at that rate, I'd rather just drop the game. Like, Sonic Ultima is one of the most pathetic game releases Sonic has ever done. And if they don't intend on properly fixing it, then don't even bother. Don't bother at all. Like, dude, the game still has major game crashes on the old versions of the game. PS4 version, especially for me, every time I do Eggshell, I get very frequent crashes on that. And that's still not fixed. 2 months later, and that's still not fixed. So at the end of the day, don't expect anything. Don't ever expect anything. And I know that's pessimistic, but we got the evidence by all the other patches doing pretty much nothing other than fixing a seizure glitch. The seizure glitch is the only major thing that they fixed. And that was obviously to stop themselves from getting sued. Because if it truly was for the benefit of the fans, then why in the name of God is nothing else fixed? Nothing. It's really bad. They've handled it really poorly. And other games like Metroid Dread are getting patches, more patches than Colors Ultimate, and are fixing actual things. They actually specifically outline what they are fixing for Metroid Dread. And this isn't the same patch I was talking about where they fixed a game crash towards the end of the game. They actually updated the game again with more patch fixes just a week ago. And they're literally a list of things that were fixed. Just as easy as that, to show that they actually, you know, took notice to the things that people were pointing out. Sonic? Nah, we'll just say that it fixes things, and then not fix things, to make it look like we're actually delivering on our promise of future patches, which they did all the way in September, by the way. Still nothing substantial, so that feels like a very empty promise. Very empty promise, just to cover their ass. You know, just to cover themselves because there was so much backlash. Sonic was trending for multiple days on Twitter because of the Colors Ultimate glitches, you know? That's how bad it got. But I could write about that forever. I could write about the situation of Colors Ultimate because I actually really wanted it to turn out good. The game's fun, you know? I think it's a fun game to play, but this is the worst version of it. Play it on Dolphin, as long as you get an obviously legal ROM, you acquire it legally. Play it on Dolphin, you know? I mean, there's no downsides to play it on Dolphin versus playing it on PS4. If anything, if you're playing it on like the Switch, that is the most miserable experience ever. It's even laggier than the Wii game. How does that even happen? And I know the Switch is kind of like a dumpster fire in terms of specific hardware power, but it's not that bad. It's not so bad it can't run a Wii game. Consistently, sorry, 30 FPS. Because that ain't consistent at all. So yeah, it makes me pretty sad, really. It makes me really sad. I don't want to see these games turn out like this. I want to play a Sonic game knowing that it's quality and I can just have fun, like Sonic Generations, that is over 10 years old now. But man, that is sad. And I got to the point where I didn't even want to give praise to Sonic Generations, simply because I'm so annoyed with Sonic nowadays that I feel like Sega deserves no props at all until Sonic is better, you know? So I just refuse to really just give them good press, personally, just because of that. I don't know if that's petty or not, and obviously I gotta acknowledge that people do good work, because not everyone are the higher-ups at Sega who are making all these terrible, terrible decisions, but still hurts, you know? Still hurts. So yeah, that's everything I've got to add. I know it's a bit of a ramble, sorry about that, but hopefully I'll have a video out soon with the patch and what it fixes. I'm really hoping I come back with actual fixes for the game and not just nothing. So please, Sega, prove me wrong. Alright, so with all that said, thank you for tuning into this video, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out, mate.